Love this podcast? Support this show through the Acast supporter feature. It's up to you how much you give, and there's no regular commitment. Just hit the link in the show description to support now.
Hello, beautiful. I'm Amy Errett, founder of Madison Reed, a hair color company I named after my daughter. Experience gorgeous, lasting, high-quality hair color made with ingredients you could feel good about, with consistent results every time. It's easy to find your perfect shade. Book a complimentary video hair color consultation with a licensed colorist on madison-reed.com and get 10% off plus free shipping on your first color kit. Use code RADIO10. That's code RADIO10.
The following podcast is a member of the Great Big Owl family.
Cabin fever is off for a week. This is a confusing episode because basically we're not doing an episode this week, but we forgot to tell you that. So we're now doing an episode to tell you that we're not doing an episode, but it's just me and Helen because Tom's not here.
Bad times. Also, I hope you don't mind. I'm making a flask of tea as we talk. You might have just heard my fridge door closing. Here's me pouring some milk into a big flask. But yeah, so that's the episode. Helen making a cup of tea.
It's good. To be honest, it's probably more content than we've had in some of our episodes. So yeah, we just thought we'd jump on and say we'll be back next week, but we're having a small week break. But ironically now, because we're here, I feel like we should make some vague small talk. Just before we recorded, Helen was telling me she went to Zzz's yesterday, and I said, save it for the podcast. So come on, Monks, tell us.
Yeah, so I actually have more than just I went to Zzz's. I went to Zzz's and I accidentally robbed them of about £40 worth of food.
What?
Because, right, so you know most apps that you now have to pay through when you go somewhere, you pay as you go. Well, with Zzz's, it's like an open tab and you just add to it and then you pay at the end. But I just sort of forgot, so I just walked out. And also I was like, bye everyone, thanks so much. Just walked out and no one was like, you haven't paid. So anyway, I've been calling them for the last 2 days. Well, since yesterday and then all this morning, and no one's picked up. But just before I'm speaking to you, someone picked up and they have accepted my payment, which is really annoying. I thought that, when you do a good deed.
Yeah, you're like, I'm trying. This happened to me last week. Well, I did my friend's quiz last week on last Wednesday, a live one in a pub, and I started a tab for me and Mark Haynes who were there doing it, and I forgot to pay the tab off at the end of the night. Just completely forgot. So I emailed them the next day, going like, thanks for having us. I'm totally sorry, I forgot to pay my tab. Like, let me know how I can pay it. And they replied and went, don't worry about it. That's on us. I was like,
that's so good. Do you know how much worth of drinks you got for free?
Like quite a lot, probably. Yeah, like I was thrilled with that, to be honest. So basically, I didn't want to rub it in, but what you'd hoped would happen to you,
it happened to you.
Me, yeah.
I guess the difference is you were running a quiz presumably for the pub.
That's it. I wonder if that's just their normal thing. They paid me as well, so it's like I wouldn't have expected it, but it's a nice bonus.
Really nice. Well, maybe next time I'm in Zzz's, I need to do some sort of communal activity.
If I do some acting in the corner, would you accept that as payment for my bill? The thing is,
my pizza.
You've explained the situation of the app as if that wasn't just. You said like, oh, normally you pay for stuff as you go, but in this restaurant, it was like sort of open tab. You had to pay at the end. Like, remember how all restaurants have always been forever, even before the pandemic?
Oh, I know, but it's been a long time, Dave. It's been like 8 months since being in an actual restaurant.
Yeah,
that was my excuse.
No, that's fair. Yeah. All right. Well, I hope this story of tabs paid and unpaid has been a small brightening of your morning. Well, I can't speak at all, can I? Basically, like we said, Tom's not here, so we're not doing a nap this week. But me and Helen thought we'd just jump on and exchange tab stories and tell you that. And back next week, is it?
Back next week.
We might be changing the day, mightn't we? That's the other news. So we'll bring you an update on that as we go. Basically, it's turned out that it's quite tricky to record at the weekends because life's happening again and we're quite busy. But
we're all just so popular. We're all so in demand.
I think. But what we should realise is that actually during the working week, we're not that busy sometimes. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, that's the most depressing thing you've ever said.
But it's so true. I reckon if we were like, let's just record on a Tuesday morning, we'd always be free.
Also, we should treat this as a job. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
We should do it within working hours rather than...
It shouldn't be getting into our social time. So there you go. So we might be changing the release day. We'll let you know. Breaking news next week. We'll figure it out. But anyway, we're
going to have so much content next week because we'll have 2 weeks worth of
the WhatsApps
stuff.
have been pinging off this week as well. So by the time we get around to it next week, there you go. Yeah. Super bonus episode next week. Mm-hmm. We've overpromised there.
We definitely have.
Quickly before you go, how was your week? Because your mum predicted a good week, and did you have a good week? And Sarah,
I had a good week, and I had a delay. I had an email.
Did you?
Do you remember I was going to have a delay?
Yeah.
I had an email on the Monday that said, just to let you know, this will be delayed by another week.
Oh my God, it's real.
Isn't that
it's all
completely crazy? What about you? Have things picked up? It's your whole year, though, isn't
mine's
it?
a whole year. So yeah, I've had a good week. So it feels like it's starting to pick up, So touch wood. That's made me more confident in my tarot as well. That's good, isn't it?
Yeah. Honestly, it's true.
It's all real. It's all real. Witchcraft. There you go. Well, continue to have a good week, and we'll see you next week, eh?
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Cabin FE 83709. Oh, Cabin FE 83709. Oh, Cabin FE 83709. Oh, that's our Twitter name.
Went for the long jingle there, which is almost as long as this episode. Just give us a few more seconds.
Also, my tea's now overbrewed.
Oh, mate, I'm sorry about that.
I know.
Go and drink it.
Disaster.
Quickly. Bye.
GreatBigOwl.com.
The one constant in the world is change. To succeed in business and life, you need to progress with it. Constantly question, adapt to new information, and rethink. Cass Business School has done just that. Changed. Introducing Bayes Business School. For those with the vision and courage to do things differently, the future is yours. Bayes Business School. Always learning.